My name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if this is your first time here, welcome, and please subscribe. It does mean a lot to the channel. What I wanted to do today in my midweek video, well, I was going to record bloomers, making some bloomers. So I got out my patterns. This is my Givens Zelda pattern, and it has a pattern for bloomers and also a top. My first pair of bloomers, I'll show you what's left of them. This is what's left of them. It's a piece. Because I have these vintage pillowcases, and I did notice that this one had a patch in it. I don't know if you can see that right there. And it was a patch that ended up being right in the front of my tummy. And I thought, well, that's all right. They patched it up. But the nice thing about it is it had this hand embroidery on the front, but it also has a patch. And that is the bottom of what was one leg of my bloomers, and this is the bottom of what was the other leg, because that was all I was able to salvage. Because after I made the bloomers, I tried them on for size. Well, let's just say I thought I could safely go down a size, because normally I make these in the largest size. They go up to a 3X. And I had held them up against my body, and I thought, you know, really I am a 2X, a small 2X. Or at least I like to think I am, in Tina Givens patterns, because they're usually generous, but this is a very early pattern of hers. And it wasn't difficult to make, which is nice. But I had the elastic waistband put in. I loved the way they looked, and I tried them on, and then I sat down, and I could hear this little rip. So I took them off. And then I made a little patch out of a t-shirt piece. And I put that right over my tummy, thinking, well, it'll be covered. And then I sat down and I heard another rip. And that was right up the crack of my butt. So I put another patch on it. Then I sat down again and I heard rip. Well, lesson learned. Sometimes vintage fabrics with a patch on them, that fabric just really is not meant to survive making clothes. Well, what I really liked about it, I mean, it was just being kind of lazy, is I really liked this part anyway, and I wanted the ruffle on the bottom. So I thought, well, I'll just cut that bottom off, and I'm going to use it on another pair of bloomers on something else, and that'll be fine because it'll have no stress on it. So this is going in the trash, the trash. So, not to give up easily, I then found a sheet that I liked, a vintage sheet, and it's good cotton. This is not something that has any weakness to the fabric. So, I made another pair of bloomers. Now, ask me if I recorded making that. No, you know, I didn't, because I wanted to make them and try them on for size. And the size, even though they did rip, the going down a size, worked. So I took the elastic out of the waistband. I was able to salvage the elastic. And then what I did is I decided I really needed to add a little length. And so after I had them made and I tried them on and they fit me, I had a piece of the sheet that I liked. It's the edging of the sheet. So I put that at the bottom to extend it a little bit. And then I took all of the other pieces of the sheet, added them together, put them the same way. And I'm gonna make this a ruffle on the bottom of the legs. Now ask me if I filmed that. No. Did I get smart? No. But I do have these bloomers, and I will try them on and model them for you, either in this video or Sunday's video. But I also wanted to make the top. And this is not the, let me see, did I make the Zelda top? Yes, this is the Zelda top, the top that went with this. but it's supposed to have sleeves, kind of long sleeves. And here in Texas, because this was for me, I thought, well, I'm not going to put the sleeves in it. And I didn't yet. It has a rather large armhole, but I don't mind that because I usually wear, you know, a tank underneath of a little top like this. And then what I did is I put a little tuck down the front because I wanted a little more shaping. And this pattern, the way it is, it's pretty easy. It's just 2 pieces. It's like the bloomers are just 2 pieces too. But there's a different neck hole for the back than there is for the front. But me, making it for me, and I am kind of lazy, I decided to make the neck hole the same, front or back. But then I wanted to have a little more shaping after I tried it on, and that's why I did these little darts down the front, because it does make a little difference between the back and the front, so I can tell the back from the front. And I am liking this sheet, and it's kind of a different kind of shape for the bottom. It's kind of a high-low. It's like this, curved, so it comes down on the sides of the ends a little bit. And what I think I'm going to do, I was going to use these pieces for a ruffle along the front and the back, but I decided not to because I would have to tea stain those, and I wanted to keep this material the same. So now I'm thinking maybe what I need to do is I have some lace that's like this. I like this crocheted lace. See how that is? And I like the color with that. So now I'm thinking, because it's just a little bit of crocheted lace, I'm thinking I might just put that along the bottom of this and also put a little ruffle on the legs of the pants too. So the jury's still out on that. And also the jury's kind of out on what I want to do with the legs of the pants. And I'm thinking maybe I won't put the big ruffle on the leg of these pants. Maybe I'll just put this little crocheted lace ruffle over the top of it and use this fabric that I've been able to put together that I was going to use for the ruffle there. I think I'm going to make it a ruffle on the bottom of the top. So I'm going to finish putting that together, and then I will do a little try-on video, and I'll use that on the end of this one. And if I get the time, I have another pair of bloomers that I want to make that I've made before. They're another Tina Givens pattern, and they're different. They kind of come in at the leg, and they have more of a rounded shape at the bottom, and I kind of like that shape. I was thinking maybe instead of doing the rounded shape on them, maybe what I'll do is just do ruffles. And really, I wanted to make another pair of bloomers that I can put 3 layers of ruffle at the bottom, because another one of my rebel friends has been making bloomers like that, and they look so cute on her. And I thought, well, you know, I probably would wear the bloomers in the summertime because they're loose and casual. Well, that is if I go back up to my size 3X in the pattern. But we'll see how that plays out. And I wanted to get this video up for you today to show you what I'm working on, and you know that not everything works out the way we want it to work out. I like making summer cotton tops because I need a few more. I've just dug into my pile of, you know, thrifted lightweight things, and I like to wear them over the top of my yoga pants that I wear. And I'm going to put some bias binding around the armholes and the neck hole of this to give it a little different look. And I think with the ruffle on the bottom of that, it'll make a nice lightweight summer pop over top. I did go out to lunch today, and I like to pop it over the top of my little t-shirt things that have their ruffles on them. It just makes me feel like I'm a little more dressed. So enjoy the video and enjoy my little dancing at the end. And if I can find my other bloomer pattern, maybe I'll film that and be able to get it up with this video today. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.